Hello student, this is class 9th and date is 12 May 2021. We are studying the structure of the cell. So I am making the diagram of a plant cell. So this is outermost boundary of plant cell and this is called as the cell wall. So this is cell wall and cell wall having the plasmodesmata by which one cell makes cytoplasmic connection with another cell. So after cell wall there is another layer just after the cell wall there is a plasma membrane. This is a plasma membrane which is found just below the cell wall. This is plasma membrane and which is found just below the cell wall. After cell wall which is blue in color, you can see this is plasma membrane. So this structure is called as the cell membrane. Cell membrane, or it is also called as the plasma membrane or plasma. So after cell wall, next is the plasma membrane. You know cell wall is permeable in nature, which allows movement of both solvent and solute. But this plasma membrane, which is found in both plant cell and the animal cell, it is selectively permeable. It allows the movement of only selected substances across the membrane. So after that, a fluid is filled and this fluid is filled here and this fluid is called as the cytoplasm. This fluid is called as the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. And inside the plant cell there is a big central vacuole. This is a characteristic feature of the plant cell. This is a characteristic feature of plant cell, that having a big vacuole. This structure is called as the central vacuole. Central vacuole is here, and its boundary is called as the tonoplast. It is called as the tonoplast. This is a central vacuole. Central vacuole, and it having the plastids and mitochondria. This is plastid, and this plastid these are the thylakoid membranes. So this structure is called the plastid. This structure is called the plastid. This is plastid is found only in plant cells. It is not found in animal cells. And the function of plastid, we later discuss about it. There are different type of plastids. Mainly it is are two types: leucoplast and other is the chromoplast. And this is leucoplast is colorless plastid, and it is meant for the storage of the food in the form of the carbohydrates, proteins, and the lipids or the fats. And while the chromoplast is meant for the preparation of the food and for other purposes, other works. Later discuss in detail about the plastids. And this is plastid. And one more structure we can study make here. This structure is called as the mitochondria. This is mitochondria. This is mitochondria. This mitochondria is commonly called as the powerhouse of the cell. It is found in both plant cell and the animal cell. In the mitochondria, energy is generated, energy is produced in the form of ATP, and which is used for the different purposes by the cell. And Golgi apparatus. One more structure is there. We have to study Golgi apparatus. This is Golgi apparatus and many endoplasmic reticulums. This contains endoplasmic reticulums. First we have to draw diagram of the nucleus, then we discuss and the parts of. There is a nucleus and it is a double membranous structure. It is a double membranous structure and this is nucleus. So this nucleus having double membranous, it having many pores by which it makes a connection between the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. And here this is nucleoplasm and this is nucleolus and here many chromatin. So this is structure of nucleus. So first one is outer. So this is nuclear we can write here nuclear membranes. Two membranes are there, outer and inner. And next, nuclear pore. Nuclear pore, which makes the connection between the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. And next one is nucleolus. Nucleolus, this structure is the nucleolus, and chromatin. Chromatin, this thread-like structure is called the chromatin. And next, nucleoplasm. This structure is a fluid is called the nucleoplasm here. So this is the structure of nucleus. It is nucleus. This is nucleus. Nucleus consists of nuclear membranes. Two membranes are there, outer membrane and inner membrane, and there is space between the two nuclear membrane. This is called the perinuclear space. And nuclear membrane having some pores. These pores are called nuclear pore. This nuclear pore makes a connection in between the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. And after that, nucleolus, it is nucleolus. After that, chromatin. Chromatin is a genetic material which is thread-like structure and which become condensed and called as the chromosomes. So this is about the nucleus. Now many more structures are there. Endoplasmic reticulum. We have to see the endoplasmic reticulum. This is endoplasmic reticulums. Two types of endoplasmic reticulums. This endoplasmic reticulum having ribosomes, so called as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Inside it is written as the RER. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum, and these are the ribosomes. These are the ribosomes. So endoplasmic reticulum containing the ribosomes are called as the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and ribosomes involved in the synthesis of the protein. And some other type of the endoplasmic reticulums are, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is S E R, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum having no ribosomes are called as the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And one structure we left here, that is lysosomes. Lysosome, and they may contain more than one mitochondria. This is a plastid. we can make another mitochondria. A cell may contain this mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell and involved in the production of energy. So, ribosomes are not found only on the endoplasmic reticulum, but they are also found in the cytoplasm of the cell. So, this is the structure of a cell. So, this is adjacent, this is cell wall, and since this is one cell is here, one cell is here, one cell is here, so this is cell wall of another cell. This is cell wall of adjacent cell. Adjacent cell. This is the cell wall of adjacent cell. So suppose this is one cell, here there will be another cell, there will be another cell, here another cell, this side will another cell. So this cell is surrounded by cells from the all the sides here. This will be cell wall of adjacent cell. Here this will also cell wall of adjacent. Here this will also cell wall of adjacent. So in this way this cell is surrounded by the other cells. So this is a plant cell. A plant cell as observed under electron microscope. So this is the the peculiar feature of the plant cell. One is cell wall. Cell wall is present only in plant cells. It is not found in animal cell. Other, vacuole. Plant cell having the vacuoles, big vacuoles, but animal cells generally do not have the vacuoles. If vacuoles are there, they are very small in size and their number will be more than 1. Next one is plastids. Plastids are found only in plant cells. Animal cells do not have the plastids. So when we discuss in detail about the difference between plant cell and animal cell, then we'll study by more clarify. So you draw this diagram in your notebook. So that's for today. Thank you.